Alright, we were looking at figure 5/100, and a couple just key note points to look at here is this biggest circle with the arrowhead pointing at it is a diameter of 1.5. The inside circle is a diameter of 3/4. From the center point of this circle to the center point is 1.5. The overall height is 1 3/4, but this inside groove gives you a measurement of 5/8. That means it's going to be a 5/8 diameter circle that we'll place in this area. Let's move to the drawing. We've already done the cheat sheet, so we know the measurements that we have to go over for these. Let's move to 2 7/8, 4 1/4, 1 3/8, 1.5, 1 inch between the views, and 2 inches. We're going to get the top and the front view here again on these. Notice I am not drawing my lines from title to title, border and title block to border and title block. I am drawing them just enough to where it will be easy to erase. And right now we've got the top and the front view boxes. Everything that we draw then will be inside those two boxes. The more lines you draw, the more you got to erase, so that's why I try to alleviate that. In this top box we have a diameter of 1.5. Alright, we're going to start off with that 1.5 inch diameter circle right here, and if it lines up correctly it should be touching each one of those quadrants of the circle here all the way around. There's that. To get this little piece that comes down, it says it is a 1/2 inch thick, so I can measure down 1/2 and run this line over to it. Then the inside circle was a 3/4 inch diameter. Which is right here, okay. So I've got my, that was nice, the circle template's kind of broke. I can erase out anything that's not a part of it now. The top view is basically done at this point. We got to add maybe one thing here in a second. Now I can pull down each one of these quadrants, pull down that quadrant. This quadrant will be a hidden line going all the way through the part. So this quadrant here will go all the way down. Now we got to get that groove piece out of the middle. That groove piece is a 5/8 diameter, but we know that this piece is 1 3/4 tall. So to find the center point, if we know it is 1 3/4 tall, 1/2 of 1 is 1/2, 1/2 of 3/4 is 3/8, 4/8 plus 3/8 is 7/8. Then I'm going to measure up. You know what, I put it at 2 inches, it's going to be 1. If I measure back, it's 2 inches back this way to get to that center point. There's my center point. I can use my 5/8 diameter to get the 1/2 a circle. And then I'm going to draw this going across. And now I've got my cutout piece here. I've got to round these corners over with a, it says it is a 3/8 radius. This is a diameter template, so 3/8 plus 3/8 is 6/8. Width is 3/4. I will use this circle template, butt it each side, get that round in there. Same with that, so I've got those two rounds. This is a 1/2 of a circle. Anytime you see a 1/2 of a circle, you can shoot that line up. It'll be a hidden line here. There's a little round right here as well. It's a fill. It says it's a 1/4 inch radius, so I'll use my 1/2 inch diameter to get the round here. Now you'd say, well, do I need to shoot either one of these lines down to represent it here? And I would say no, because it is only a 1/4 of a circle. It has to be a 1/2 of a circle or more in order to shoot the quadrant of it down. So for instance, this one here was a half of a circle, so we shot it up. This one is a quarter of a circle, we do not shoot it down. This one is a quarter of a circle, we do not shoot any of those up. So that answers your question of why that would be. So it has to be at least a half of a circle in order to shoot them up and down. At this point in time, after you darken it up and erase out what you don't need, figure 5-100 is now complete.